My name is Kristen Ragsdale, and I'm doing speech for Communication 1010. Here is my audience of all the CDU workers, and Katie will be my camera lady. America's first president. George Washington never wanted to be president of the United States. He didn't ask for it. Mainly, he wanted to be a farmer. He was born into a family of Virginia farmers, and his life was governed by a sense of duty, both to his family and to his colony. These qualities instilled a great deal of trust in him. The sense of honor and the sense of duty instilled a great deal of trust in him by his fellow colonists. So much so that they asked him to become a statesman for Virginia and serve in the House of Burgess. During the years leading up to the American Revolution, he served as a commander in the Virginia militia. He first saw battle in the French and Indian War, and his adept leadership allowed him to become the commander of the entire Virginia militia. By 1759, George Washington resigned his commission, however, intending to return home and resume farming. He was chosen by his fellow colonists to serve as a delegate in the First Continental Congress in 1774. Washington was at the forefront of America's decision to declare independence from Great Britain, as he was fed up with the taxes that England had decided to impose on American colonists. By the time that the Second Continental Congress had convened, a year later, the American Revolution had begun in earnest, and George Washington had been selected as Commander-in-Chief of the American Colonial Army. His strength as a military leader lay not in his military strategy, but more in his ability to command the respect of his troops. He was very good at inspiring motivation in his troops and keeping them together throughout the harsh conditions of the war. Many times his troops did not have the necessary supplies, the rations for food. Sometimes they did not even have shoes on their feet. His leadership during the winter of Valley Forge was a testament to these abilities. This winter was very harsh, and many times his men were on the brink of starvation. But through his leadership, his motivational skills, he was able to keep them together and able to keep them in one piece throughout the end of the winter. With the aid of the French, Washington was able to capture the British troops at the battle, at the Battle of Yorktown, effectively ending the war. With the capture of General Cornwallis's troops, this action caused Washington to be declared a national hero. Following the Treaty of Paris, Washington once again gave up his commission in the military, intending again to return to Mount Vernon, intent on resuming life as a farmer. In 1787, however, he was asked to attend the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia and head the committee to draft the new Constitution for the brand new, newborn United States of America. His impressive leadership there convinced the delegates that he was by far the most qualified man to serve as the first president of the United States of America. At first, Washington was opposed to this idea. He wanted nothing more than to return home. All he wished for was a quiet life back at Mount Vernon, where he could farm and be with his family. However, public opinion was so strong that he had a sense of duty to return. He ran in the very first presidential election, winning by a wide margin. He created the first national holiday, Thanksgiving. The Bill of Rights was ratified, and new states entered the Union during his tenure. Known as the father of the nation, Washington worked hard to set an example in fairness, prudence, and integrity. He was an exemplary leader, not by choice, but through the necessity of this nation. Thank you.